So we have already seen how to handle a simple alerts. Now let us see how to handle this okay or a cancel. See, there is no difference here. If you observe, we are not asking our program to switch to any alert and to perform operations. We are just directly identifying the desired objects and we are asking our program to perform a click operation. See here in the current situation, we have a okay and a cancel. On the OK and a cancel, we have a OK button and as well as a cancel button. So I need to write down a program that will be handling this OK and as well as a cancel. So let me copy this alert code one, whatever the alert code one is there. I'm placing this alert code here and I just want to write down the further logics inside that. So here in this alert to OK oblique cancel. So this is what OK oblique cancel is there here. OK oblique cancel. And upon clicking on this OK oblique cancel, this is what the pop-up it's being coming up and in which I want to click on a cancel. And I'm assuming that it has an accessibility ID and I'm directly using this accessibility ID as a cancel. Okay, if you clearly observe in this situation, I haven't used any locators. I directly used my accessibility IDs and I am asking my program to click on those accessibility IDs itself. Let me try to run my test script and see whether it is handling this scenario or it is failing anywhere here. Okay, so let us see this. So here it navigated to OK and I cancel and it clicked on that particular cancel button. And if you want to click on that OK button, you can just use a OK and you can use that particular operation and you can perform that particular operation too. And on this a UI catalog application and an alert view, there is an other. You can choose the choice one, other. Okay, where is this others? You can use a choice to other, you can use a cancel. You can do this particular thing. The only thing that you need to do is, I'm just creating a multiple programs for an easy readability, nothing more than that. So here alert 3 is the program. And here I want to click on others first. After navigating to this screen, I want to click on others and upon others, I want to click on a cancel. So that's it. So it will be navigating to the alerts view first, and then it will be clicking on a others, and then it will be clicking on a cancel on that particular others. When I run my test script as a Java program now, it will be performing the same operation. Let us see how this is going to work. And a cancel, it performed that cancel operation. That's it. So this is the way how exactly we can deal with it. And after that, on the same alerts view, I just want to cover all the types of alerts that we have. Say basically text alerts. There is a text field, okay, and as well as a cancel. So what I'm doing right now means copy this program, paste this program again. I'm just pasting this program with a new program, and I'm just considering it as a text entry. So here text entry, and on this text entry I am asking to perform a click operation. Okay, let me try to run this script, run as a Java application, and first of all let us see whether it is performing a click operation or not, and later we can see how exactly we can enter a value. Okay, it's been performing that particular operation. Now what I'm doing means I switch back to my Appium inspector session and I'm establishing a new inspector session here. Okay, let us establish a new Appium inspector session. And on this Appium inspector, let us navigate to that particular text field screen. Okay, here is the screen basically. I was navigated. And here, if you observe the locators for this, the text field is having a XCUI type element others. Usually, it is having something related to text. Let me cross check once. Okay, this is what the whole alert is. Expand it, scroll view. This is what the complete body is. Okay, this is what the complete body is. Short name is good. And here, this is the thing. And this is what the text field it is getting highlighted. XCUI type cell. This is the one. Okay, horizontal XCUI type cell. Now, so with this, it will be difficult for us to identify this object, right? So XCUI type cell, this is what not the actual object ones. Let us see. Okay, let us see if we have any other locators. 1 second. It's missing somewhere. Okay. It should be having something related to a text field, then only you can handle that text field. Else you can't handle that particular text field. Okay, that's the reason I was just searching whether we have any other locators or not. See, if you observe in this situation, see this bottom, whenever I have a selected, the mobile keypad is also populating here. So for this a keypad also, it's highlighting the locators. Okay, for the keypad also, it's highlighting the locators. The simple tricky way how can we deal with this one is, see, this is highlighting the complete keypad, right? Let me show you a simple thing. Okay, we will come back to that locator for that text field, but let us see. Let us see here once. So this is what a type of keyboard is. So let us see the locators for these individual keyboards. See here, each and every key is having an accessibility ID. Every key. So Q is having an accessibility ID as a Q. U is having an accessibility ID as a Q. Everything is having its own accessibility ID. Okay, everything is having its own accessibility ID. And return, space, 123, delete, all these things are having individual things. If you click on a return, that pop-up is closed. Okay, and whenever you click on that particular text field, automatically your cursor is being blinked in that particular text field, and this keyboard is being populated. So what I'm doing right now means driver dot find element. Okay, by dot accessibility ID, or directly let's go with a by dot accessibility ID dot a click command itself. I just want to perform a click operation, and this time I want to click on a Q. So what is this Q? Basically, this is what a key is. Say this is the Q. So I am asking my program to perform a click operation on a Q. So when it performed a click operation on this Q, see here, if you observe, when it performed a click operation on this queue, the queue is being populated there. Okay, that's what it needs to do. Okay, let's, after this operation, before performing this cancel, let's wait for a second to see whether it is performing that operation or not. Let me try to run my test script and see whether it is handling this alert or not, and handling this text field or not. I'm executing my Java program. Text, see here, Q got pressed. It waited for a few seconds and it performed a click operation. And usually in a real world, there are certain situations where we need to perform the click operation from these keyboard commands. So the only thing is, each and every keyboard command or a keyword key is having its own accessibility ID. The only thing that you need to do is you just need to identify that accessibility ID, and you need to perform the click operation as per that accessibility ID itself. As per that accessibility ID itself, you just need to perform this operation. That's it. Good. Any questions on this, guys, or you are good so far?
Yeah, Surendra, like, can we use robot class here?
Robot class. Okay, Java robot class that we are using as
Yes.
the cursor is blinking. I think we can use, but by default we were able to handle it using this command, right? Just 1 second. Let me give it a try. Okay, I never used a robot class. Basically, I just used this regular this command itself. Okay, let us give it a try. Just give me a minute. Okay.
We have other classes, right? So in the inbuilt classes, in the action class, we can pass the key events, right?
Yes, we do have a different sets of options in order to perform this particular stuff, but this is the way you can use. This is only a kind of a one way which we can use it also. Okay, so this is a one way basically which we can use.
For this scenario, you are just clicking
Huh.
Q1. Okay?
Yes,
But if I
using a
want to pass
keyword.
any text means, then how will be?
If at all you
And
want to pass any text, then you need to identify the exact locator for this particular field. So we need to identify the complete exact locator. Usually the text fields in any web page will have an XCUI static test, some kind of locators is there for that particular text field. So we need to get that particular text field locator, and we need to pass on that information. As of now, the locator whatever we are getting, it's not directly having this info. So if you observe, it's just identifying this short label first, and after that, from there it's being redirecting here. Okay, that's what the problem is. So the only thing that in this current generic example, what we can do is whatever the locator it's being populated, so there is no unique object that we can identify using this text field. See, there is a type of an XUI test other, but almost each and every object is having the same XUI type element other itself. You can't go with this property also. In such situations, the only way that you can do is from this a complete pop-up you need to come up. Okay, so here assume that this is what your complete pop-up is. Okay, this is what your complete pop-up is. From here you need to drill down, you need to write down your XPath from here. So from this, okay, so one second, let me copy this XPath and let me generate a new inspector session, and let me show you how this is going to work. Let it load. So you need to come from the parent XPath and you just need to write down that information. Okay, so XPath, and what is the object it's being highlighting? This is what the complete locator that it's being highlighted. Okay, and let us see the complete locator. Okay, so from this you are navigating to a particular object which is having this particular scroll view. In this, you are navigating to a child which is having a scroll view, and inside the scroll view you are navigating to another, or here you can simply start from here, basically XCUI static test, and you can go back to its parent. You can go back to its parent, and from the parent you can switch back to its sibling. Okay, you can identify this object. From this object, see the hierarchy that you need to do. From this object you need to go back to the parent, and from this parent you can come back to the sibling, and from here you can drill down. This is the another way. Usually 99% of the cases, every text field will have a static text, some locator is there, some static text locator is there, with which we can easily identify the text field and we can handle it. So these many text fields are there, right? Let us check it out. What exactly the locator these text fields are having, whether they are having these XCA other or the text fields itself. See here, XCUI type text field. So this is what a type text field is. And if at all I'm writing down any XPath with this type, at the rate a type is equal to, I can find all the text fields which are having this particular type attribute. But in that situation, whatever we are dealing right now, it's not having this XCI type text field. If it is having this text field directly, you can use a simple this command and you can handle this way. But we are not getting for this particular object. So the only way is whatever the parent object is there, come from the parent or come from the sibling, and then you can just use it. Yeah, so I just did a text field and it is highlighting the text field. Can you see here? So in the HTML, I was unable to identify this XUI type element text field. See here. So this is what the HTML. So let us deep dive into that. So here, collection view, and this is having an XUI element other, XUI element other, others and others. Okay, let me expand this one and see. So okay, here also we have this a text field. See here, XUI element type text field. As this is a text field, directly you can use this XPath and you can come back here. Driver dot find element by XPath I can use. Find element by XPath, and I can use a dot send keys a command of Surendra. I can simply use this command, it will work. So if at all you are able to identify that particular locator, then it's easy. you can use a simple send keys command to handle that particular operation. As said that most of the text fields will be having these, type text fields. You can deal with it. And if at all any secure fields are there, like a password and all those things, it will be having some secure text field. In other situations, almost everything is having these text fields itself. Okay, cool. So this is the way how exactly we can deal with these different types of alerts.